Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living, and welcome to the last episode of 2017. 2017's been a good year, been a bit of a strange year. Started off in the mountains in Costa Rica, eating fresh fruit all day, every day, and I finish up the year in cold, rainy, gray Alabama, where I'm pretty much living on bananas. But it's all about perspective, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful all the time. Grateful for a roof over my head, grateful for the food that I'm eating, and grateful that I'll be going home in March. Anyhow, I just wanted to do a video today on 2018, raw food, fitness, Costa Rica, and more. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button now, because there's going to be a lot of cool stuff happening in 2018. I hope. You never can, predict the future too much. So hit that subscribe button now, and then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to what the possibilities bring in 2018. I expect it to be a good year, as 2017 was. I don't play that stuff. It's all about perspective, Everybody, every year I see the same people. Oh gosh, I can't wait for 2017 to leave. It was so bad, this and that. They were the same people that said that about 16, 15, 14, 13. Some of them since I've had them on social media. And it's mostly about perception. Once again, I always want to clarify something, because I can be tongue-in-cheek, I can be a little sarcastic. I'm never talking about people that have actual difficulties, actual problems. I don't ever want to be seen as, not compassionate. I know there's real stuff that happens out there in the world, but also I know that there's just a lot of whining that goes out, and a lot of people that are kind of have this woe is me mentality, and they really probably don't know how fortunate they actually have it. I'm privileged, I'm fortunate, I'm grateful, all that kind of stuff, and I know it. And I try to express it as much every day. So what I'm hoping for in 2018 is just another jump, another kind of taking something. I don't know where it's all going, but something's going to another level. Come June of 2018, I'll be 6 years, on the high raw food lifestyle, and just a different mentality. I always talk about the food, but it was just like, for me, it was a profound change. Some 6 years ago. Actually, the change began 6 years ago, January, or coming up on the anniversary right now, because I pretty much, the last drunk I ever had was in the third week of January of 2012. So even though I didn't completely teetotal, never drink another drop again, I've pretty much been sober since January of 2012, and just all that kind of stuff. That's when everything started rolling, even like 6 months before I found the raw food lifestyle. But yeah, in 2018, I want to share more of this raw food lifestyle. And like I say, I try to walk a balance. I don't want to be extreme about raw food. It's kind of an all or nothing type thing. But then again, I think I sometimes watch my old videos, and I don't want you to think that I'm throwing the raw food part of it under the bus. I do understand, and I do want to stress the important part of that, trying to be as high raw as possible. I'm just more of a realist, I think, in the sense that, so many people are never going to become vegan, much less raw vegan. So, it's just like steps. Let's just try to meet people where they are, and, bring them up, not even if, you try to help bring people up a little bit, and don't put conditions on them. In other words, like, no, I won't reach down and try to help to pull you up if you don't commit to going fully raw, or if you don't commit to doing something in a certain way. I want to help people wherever they are. I want to spread the message of a plant-based diet, but I also want to let people know, those extra little advantages the more raw you get, because, I'm really feeling this experiment, this science experiment right now, as this has been my first. I've been in the States for 5 months now, and previous to that, all my experience in raw food was from basically in the tropics, where I had food available all the time. At any time I could go find mangoes, papayas, bananas, pineapples. And, I never took it for granted, but I just still didn't really quite realize what I had. So yeah, we're gonna have lots more raw food stuff, just simple stuff. You know, I'll do a few recipes here and there, but I'm not about the recipes. And even when I show food, people are like, recipe, recipe. Don't try to take recipes as a lesson from me. It's just kind of, when I show food, it's more like a big picture. This is how I eat. And most of the time when I'm in the kitchen, I'm throwing stuff together, so there's not set recipes. You could do the same thing. You know, you just start learning how to play with your stuff. Fitness. I'm happy with this year. My goal was to put on about 10 pounds of solid weight in 2017, and as I got on the scale this morning, I go back and forth depending on what I ate the day before. And I started at 155. I'm around 163, 164 right now. So 8 or 9 solid pounds. I'm happy with that. In the last 5 months I've been in the States, back in the gym. I've definitely increased strength and that kind of fitness. Want to get a little bit more now that I'm getting ready to get back to the beach in Costa Rica. I'm going to start doing focusing more on the cardio, more on kind of leaning out. And I don't know, you know, when I get back to Costa Rica, I'm really looking forward. I love the gym, and I always love the anti-gym people. Well, I hate the gym. I love the gym, but I also love to get outside and do stuff. So that's another thing about anxious to get back to Costa Rica. It's just where I walk every day. When I'm there at the beach, I walk every day. I'll get out, I'll do some, you know, gonna re-jump my yoga practice and kind of get myself ready before I get down there to practice intensely down there. So looking forward to being very physical in 2018. I'm going to share a lot of the fitness and the physical journey on the blog, which is rawtropicalliving.com. Easy to remember, just the name of this channel plus .com. I'm posting more and more on the blog. I have a potential person that's going to partner up with me on an old website that I never let go on, that's about Costa Rica. And I'm going to try to spin in some of the, it's going to be kind of a comprehensive site, you know, places to stay, food, information, surf reports, weather reports. And I'd like to, you know, put some information out there for our vegan brethren, you know, where you can get certain things in certain towns and certain areas, all the markets down there and what have you. But when I go back to Costa Rica, God willing, you never know what's going to happen. I plan on sharing a lot of content from down there. You know, my Instagram account's kind of stumbling right now because I'm having a hard time coming up with photos here in Alabama. And now I'm thinking back, I'm like, dude, you could have just like stockpiled. You could have had I'm like, remember that place, remember this place, remember that fruit, blah, blah, blah. Could have stockpiled so many amazing photos. So buying a new iPhone, a second iPhone right before I go down with 128 gigs, so I can just pack and just basically be sharing content all the time, photos, videos, going live on Instagram, going live on Facebook. But I really want to like cover a lot of ground in Costa Rica. I'm going to go to several areas and, you know, just try to share the country as much as possible. People contact me from time to time about living down there. Living down there, your mileage may vary. It depends on what kind of person you are. But I do get a lot of questions from people that are going down there on vacation. So I'm going to try to answer as many of those questions visually as possible, cover as many areas and show you. You know, a picture's worth 1,000 words. You can ask my opinion, or you can ask me to answer a question on something, or I can show you. And then the more, you know, there's just going to be lots to come. I'm going to share a lot more of my my business interest. As you know, I don't sell programs. I don't sell books or whatever. The only thing I really do is I've started a line of vegan t-shirts, and I've got a store which is going to have vegan products like that. I shouldn't say vegan products. I don't mean food products, but vegan t-shirts, vegan gear. I'm going to work on a swimsuit line potentially when I get back down to Costa Rica. I've got some nice jewelry coming, some malas, some yoga bracelets, different things like that, and some inspirational messages after the first of the year. So stay tuned. I'm really excited about that and excited about the potential of where the Costa Rica site might go. But anyhow, I just appreciate all of you guys that tune in every day. I hope you will continue to follow in 2018, because I'm hoping 2018 is going to really be an exciting year. I've just got that feeling. You ever get that feeling that something's about to pop, or something's about to get bigger, something's about to go to another level? And I'm just kind of in that mentality right now. A lot of work to do between now and then. I'm spending this last couple of days kind of getting organized in my head, because I have to have much more productive days than I have had since I've gotten to the States. I pretty much have to establish myself into a work day and, you know, like have a little bit more of a routine instead of just going from one thing to the other, because I got a lot of things I need to check off the list and get done before I go south in March. So anyhow, I hope you guys will follow along. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If y'all like it, please give me a thumbs up. And I wish each and every one of you a happy and healthy new year. Peace.